Unit 1 of Module 3 discusses basic tools for gender analysis. In order to discuss the tools for gender analysis, it is important to understand what gender analysis is and what we mean by it. Gender analysis examines the differences in the lives of women, men, girls, and boys in society and the related differences in their life experiences, priorities, skills, capacities, needs, and issues. Gender analysis provides us with the understanding of overall gender relations in a given society or community, which was discussed in Module 1 as a decisive factor in determining gender-based disparities. Gender analysis also throws light on the underlying causes of the inequalities between women and men. Coming to the gender relations, it is the gender analysis which scrutinizes the prevailing gender relations. To go back to what gender relations are, they are the outcome of social, economic, cultural, institutional, and political interactions between women and men in society. Gender relations in society determine social, economic, and political status and constraints leading to inequality between women, men, girls, and boys. Gender analysis recognizes that lives of women, men, girls, and boys are different and therefore their life experiences, priorities, their skills, capacities, needs, and issues are also different. That these differences determine the identity and the social position of women, men, girls, and boys. While some fundamental aspects may remain common, life experiences, priorities, needs, and issues vary from different groups of women and men dependent on age, ethnicity, education, employment status, income levels, ownership of assets, marital status, disability, and sexual orientation. Therefore, intervention strategies need to be informed by a context-specific gender analysis to address the issues arising from these differences. 2 points of emphasis here. Lives of women, men, girls, and boys are different. Therefore, their experiences, the challenges, and the priorities are also different. The second point of emphasis is that within and between the groups of different women and men, the gender-based aspects also vary dependent on age, ethnicity, education, employment status, income levels, and etc. Gender relations need to be applied at different levels, local level and policy level. Let's see what do we mean by that.
At the local level, gender analysis provides visibility to roles of women, men, girls, and boys that play in the family, in the community, and the economic, legal, and political structures. The analysis also leads to the reasons for the current division of roles and responsibilities, access to resource, information, and services, the constraints each group faces relative to the other group, and how the cumulative effect of these multiple factors lead to gender-based differences. Coming to the policy level, analysis of gender relations provide information on the different conditions, both the opportunities and constraints women and men face, and the causes for these differences. This information is vital to understand the effect that policies and programs may have on women and men, in order to aim for equitable results. Gender analysis demonstrates that policies and programs are not gender neutral, and the critical need for policies and programs to be informed by gender analysis. Incorporation of gender analysis at the hazard risk vulnerability assessment stage provides us with the opportunity to address gender-based issues in disaster risk reduction and resilience building, thereby reducing the impacts in disaster emergencies. It is important to incorporate and use the analysis and recommendations to the overall hazard risk vulnerability analysis to determine the interventions, programs, and project activities and implementing strategies. In summary, gender analysis should inform disaster risk reduction activities, disaster mitigation, prevention and preparedness, disaster emergency, and humanitarian response, post-disaster recovery. In conclusion, gender analysis allows for an understanding of who in the population is affected by the crises, what they need, and what they can do for themselves during recovery. Therefore, gender analysis should be integrated into humanitarian needs assessment, all sector assessments, or situational analysis, all stages of humanitarian program cycle. Please refer to the note Gender Inclusive Vulnerability and Capacity Assessment for further information on how gender analysis can inform different stages and aspects of disaster risk management. Also, for information on the minimum required from a gender analysis. The note gives you a list of minimum issues as follows: division of labor between women and men in the diverse groups, different access and control over productive and community resource, different skills, capacities, and aspirations of women and men in the diverse groups, different levels of participation and leadership by men and women in the diverse groups, differences in vulnerabilities and capacities of women and men in a disaster context, gender-based considerations for disaster risk reduction, mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery in diverse groups that interventions must be considered to address. Overall, gender analysis will lead to identify gender-based specific requirements in diverse groups. Accordingly, the program interventions and strategies can be designed to reduce vulnerabilities and utilize the capacities appropriately, more efficiently, maximizing the contributions of both men and women belonging to diverse groups. Thank you for watching this video on gender analysis, and we hope to see you soon.